The wedding countdown begins.
That was so not planned. We totally didn't plan it.
We did plan it.
We did plan it like we're planning a wedding.
So
You're too
we're going to make regular videos for our social media and our YouTube channel to document our wedding countdown, because we've got how many days?
4.
14 days to go until we get married, which is kind of crazy because we're both still kids.
Yeah, and we've been playing in the park, and we're the only adults playing in the park. And actually, most of our relationship and most of the time in life, we are the only kids around. So, yeah, it's cute. I like it.
We're going to, over the next 14 days, we're going to do some more regular videos, and we're going to just go deep into relationships, into marriage, into everything, basically. What does it mean? And we're just going to be really real with you all. So if you have any questions, anything you want to know, just let us know in the comments, and we'll share how we feel.
How do you feel, Mr. Luke Scott?
I feel, when I think about the wedding day, it feels exciting. It's like a big event, right? So hundreds of people, because Mia's Pakistani, so it's a big Pakistani wedding with like dances, and it's 2 whole days of celebration and like hundreds of people, and we're learning these Bollywood dances and everything to show off our amazing dance moves.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're trying. So I feel excited the most. That's my prominent feeling. How about you?
I feel nervous, and I'm having triggers come up around having all that attention on me. So I'm okay with attention on TV and in media, but this is a room of 250, 300 people all looking at me, and in some ways judging me, like my outfit and my makeup and my hair and us, and there's a sense of wanting to please everyone and wanting it to be perfect that's coming up for me, that I've been working through, and letting go of the need for everything to be perfect, and that the day's not going to go fully as we planned, and that's okay. And if it goes 50% as planned and there's not that many cock-ups, then that's fine too. So I don't know. I'm nervous, I'm excited, and I hope my makeup artist has waterproof mascara, because I feel like I'm going to cry a lot.
So we have a question. Someone would love to know how I proposed. Well, that is a very good story. Why not? Why don't we share that one?
Please do. It's my favorite story ever.
So, people think relationships are supposed to be like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
But that's not how most relationships go. You know, you see the prince and the princess live happily ever after, but you don't see them figuring out how to live with each other. You don't see them growing together and having differences and like compromising and negotiating. You don't see any of that. So when me and Mia first got together, it was really good for a while. And then we got to this point where we were just triggering each other all the time, and it became toxic. It really wasn't.
We were triggering each other, but we were too much in our egos to be honest about the fact that we were not happy.
So we got to a point where we didn't even really want to be around each other. Like, we just weren't bringing each other joy. And so we took a break. We broke up. And it was actually 5 months of us going away and working on ourselves and figuring out who we are and figuring out what we want. And after those 5 months, we got back together. And basically, this all links together, by the way, for the proposal story. So basically, Mia got shown this vision of us going to this place in Wales called Brecon Beacons.
Which I'd never heard of before, but I just got shown it. And I told Luke about it. Just that I got shown, and he was like, let's go.
Yeah, so we weren't best friends then. Mia was quite angry with me. And
There was a lot of forgiveness work I had to do.
yeah.
Not just with him, but with myself as well.
Yeah. And so we went together as friends for this 3 days hiking in Wales, in the countryside. And as we are hiking around this trail, it's a place called the Four Falls Hike in Brecon Beacons. There's this waterfall you can go under, and it's got like a little cave inside it. So we decide to go under the waterfall. So we go for a little swim and we go under the waterfall, and it's absolutely freezing, but it's amazing.
Skinny dipping.
And we're both like
In tears.
really having so much joy. And remember, we're not really friends at this point. There's still quite a lot of unresolved feelings and things.
Yeah.
So as we're under the waterfall, I get this voice in my head tells me very loudly and clearly to kiss Mia. But I don't do it because we weren't really friends and I thought it would be inappropriate. And so I don't. So we have a great time under the waterfall. Then we get dressed again and we carry on the hike. And I just had to tell Mia, I just had to say, Mia, when we were under the waterfall, my guidance told me so clearly to kiss you and I didn't do it. And the interesting thing is, when we were under the waterfall, Mia's guidance also told her to kiss me.
I wasn't going to make the first move.
But she
I
didn't.
was still pissed off with him.
But she didn't want to make the first move. So she never told me. So there we are,
Yeah.
both wanting to kiss each other, but both blocking ourselves. So that weekend we end up making friends. A little after that we decided to get back together. That was around April 2017, so 2 and a bit years ago. I get shown visions really clearly. So clear. When I'm in a connected place, I get shown these visions of the future. It's like I can jump into the future. I call it future visioning, and I see it so clear. And I was actually flying out to America. I was doing a radio show.
I think you were on the way to Hawaii.
Yeah.
At the airport.
I was doing a radio show in America, and I was on the way on a flight to Hawaii, and I just asked to be shown how I should propose to Mia. And I got shown it just like a movie, and you can all do this, by the way. Just ask to be shown anything. You can see it so clearly like a movie. And I got shown this scene of me taking Mia to Brecon Beacons, going under the exact same waterfall, and
I can't stop smiling.
her thinking that I'm going to kiss her, but really what I do is I get down on one knee and propose. And I saw this was like months before I actually did it. And it was so good, I started crying. It was so perfect. So that's exactly what I did.
Exactly what he did.
I took Mia to Brecon Beacons. Now, I played a game with her because she had been asking about marriage for a while and she really wanted it, and she kind of knew at some point it was going to happen because we had already talked about it so openly. She knew I was going to propose at some point, but I didn't want her to know it was going to be that day.
He was so cheeky.
So I was.
Can I just say this part because so he picked. So we left home, and we were like, okay, so we're gonna go. So we got the car and everything, and he didn't tell me where we were going. Sorry, I got a hair line. Sorry.
Hashtag real life, no filter.
No filter. So he picked me up. Well, no, we were home. We lived together, obviously. We got the car, and he was like, so he wouldn't tell me where we were going. So we just started driving, and he had the sat nav, but he wouldn't let me see where we were going. He put the destination first, so I couldn't see exactly where we were going because he used an actual sat nav. And we're in the car, and we're like on the M25. We're out of London, and I'm like, where are we going? Where are we going? Why won't you tell me? halfway through he told me we were going to Bristol and we were going to see all the castles in Bristol. Ugh. And we were going to go to different beer places. Neither of us drank alcohol, so I was pissed. We get to our hotel. He's like, oh, I've got a surprise waiting for you upstairs. So he makes me wait. I thought it was going to be like roses on the bed, champagne, even though I don't really drink. And he like blindfolds me, takes me upstairs, and there's nothing in the room. It's anticlimactic as fuck.
Let me know if you like to play pranks on your partners.
I was so pissed off. But I didn't show it. I was like, oh wow, thank you. It was an empty hotel room, no flowers, no champagne, nothing romantic. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna go see castles in Bristol tomorrow. And
okay, I'm gonna bring this story to a close because we're
too long.
We're drifting. We're well drifting off now. I can see the viewership dropping. So I surprised her. She has no idea what's going on. Basically, that's the short version. So I planned this detour. Pretend we're going to Bristol. Next day we set off. She knows we're going to Brecon Beacon. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I make such a big deal about this kiss. I'm like telling her I'm going to give her the best kiss she's ever had. Like, this is going to be unlike any kiss ever before. And I really play up on it so much. And my intention for doing it is to distract her, right? So she's thinking about this kiss. She's not expecting anything else because I've made so much. I've made such a big deal about it. So we get to the waterfall, exactly the same as last time. We go underneath. We remember how cold it is.
Very.
And as we get there, ready for this kiss, I tell her to close her eyes and get ready for the best kiss she's ever had. I get down on one knee, get the ring out, tell her to open her eyes, and there she is. Now, you might think she might cry when you get proposed to, but it was so cold.
I couldn't even say yes.
It was so cold. The tears weren't really possible. So we go in and got dressed. And I think that's when it really hit home.
That we're getting married.
Yeah.
And then since then, we have invested a lot of time, money, energy into understanding what a marriage is and what we want our marriage to look like, because I found that people spend a lot of time, money and energy in planning a wedding, but they don't plan a marriage. And a wedding's only 1 or 2, or in our case 3 days, but after that is the real everything. That's where the real life starts. So how can you prepare yourself for marriage? What is marriage? Understanding what marriage means to the two of you. And we spent a lot of time going really deep into our relationship and being honest about some really harsh things that we were pushing under the rug. Some truths about a relationship that would be easy to gloss over, but in the long run, they would come and bite you in the bum. So we're like, you know what, let's just be totally honest from day one and go deep into understanding our relationship so that we have incredible foundations to build our marriage on. So that when we commit to each other, we're doing it from a place of wholeness and not from a place of neediness or from a place of desperation or from a place of unhealthy attachment. And getting married for the right reasons. And it's been amazing just going really deep into figuring out what a marriage should look like and what we want our specific marriage to look like and what we want to create and manifest in the future together. So we've invested a lot more time, energy and money into that than we have in the actual wedding.
So it's coming up 14 days to the big day.
4.
So some quite big announcements that many of you might not know. So we live in London, but we're actually moving out of London in 10 days. And we are going to be going to Manchester where our wedding is, because that's where both our families are based. So we'll be going to Manchester for the wedding, and then after that we're going to be going nomad style
for a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna be traveling. We're just gonna go explore. We're gonna go play. So tomorrow is our last event together, before Mia goes to Manchester. And then, she's going to be going to Manchester tomorrow. Sunday, yeah, so very soon. And then we'll have a week apart. So I'll have a week of peace.
Or will I have a week of peace?
And then, we're going to be starting this new life together. So we've got some big plans for where we want to go. So I'm running a retreat in Bali in October. So we're going to...
We are.
Yeah, so we're going to go spend some time in Bali, and we want to go see what Thailand is like, and we want to go to the Seychelles, and we want to go play with lions. That's my dream. I want to go cuddle baby lions. And Mia wants to go
to the Seychelles.
And she wants to go play with pandas in China.
Oh yeah. A spirit animal.
So we're basically going to take like half a year honeymoon, hopefully.
Yeah. And then come back to London
So
back to London in the new year and lay down our roots.
So we'll be probably traveling like 3 weeks, come back for a few weeks and do businessy stuff and work on the academy and building ourselves, like doing that. And then probably go traveling for a month and then come back for another 2 weeks and probably play like that. But we're very open and flexible to how the universe makes things happen, right?
But then we do want to next year put down our roots and, stuff. I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm like very cautious of saying the B word.
So Mia's baby obsessed, right? So she's basically a ticking time bomb. She just can't wait to have a baby. But we have to make it halal first.
You're excited for a baby too. You said that to me the other day. I'm not forcing him.
I've always wanted to be a dad. I think it's amazing having kids.
I think it'll be a fun adventure, and I'm sure everyone else will come along on it with us.
Then me and the kids can team up on Mum and play pranks on her together.
AKA make her cry.
So you can check out our YouTube channel where we prank each other.
No. Where we show how much we love each other.
It's called Mia and Luke.
Yes.
You can go see, we've got loads of videos on there already right now. And we're just going to keep uploading more. So you can go, we're just very open. I think this is one of the beautiful things about our relationship is the openness.
Yeah. And we're open about the good times, and then when I can't speak today. We're really open about the good times and the not so good times in our relationship as well, which I think is important to show people the full picture. Sometimes it's so easy to look at couples on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and just think they have it all together and they're perfect, but the reality is no couple's perfect. Every single couple has ups and downs, and we're very honest about the ups and we're very honest about the downs, and we're just honest about our relationship, the fact that it's perfectly imperfect, and that we are continuing to choose love.
Nice.
Even when it hurts.
Especially when it hurts. So let me know any questions you have for me and Mia. What would you like us to make videos about? We'll just be super honest about everything. So thank you for the person who asked about our proposal story. That was really great. That wasn't where I thought this video was going to go. And yeah, check out all our videos on our YouTube channel. If you would love to be a part of our honeymoon and you want to offer us a wedding gift, we have a link for people to help us with our honeymoon. It's a really cool thing because we've got everything that we need. So we don't want to get millions of toasters and cutlery sets and everything for the wedding, right? Like a lot of people do. So if you do really feel like you want to contribute something, that would be amazing. And yeah, we really look forward to seeing you all soon. And if you can't be at our wedding physically, I'm sure you'll be there energetically. And we're going to document as much of it as we possibly can. So we're going to share all the videos of the wedding, the honeymoon and everything, so it can feel like you're really there.
Yeah, and the reason behind it is not to show off or anything like that. It's just so people see what relationships can look like, the good and the not so good. Like, I want us to be really honest about the days where we're not the best of friends, where we do trigger each other and piss each other off. Before we filmed this video, we had some triggers come up, and we sat through it, we worked through it, and then we filmed this video. But we're never going to come up on here or anything and just pretend to be a happy, oh my god, loved up couple, because We are like that a lot of the times, but not every single moment. And it's important to be real and honest because kids look up to that. I don't want our kids to see us only in a good place and then get into a relationship when they're older and be like, why are we having these arguments when they've never seen their mama and papa argue? Hiya. Okay.
The park is closing. That means we have to end our Facebook Live. We will see you all soon. We love you loads.
Thank you.
Thank you for being amazing. Thank you, Mr. Parkman.
And 14 days till the big day.
Yeah.
Till he's locked down and basically has signed his life away.